Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be learning how to make this design in Photoshop. It is very easy, so let's get into it. So first of all, you go to your Photoshop and you open a new file and you choose the size of the flyer, which is 1080 by 1350 pixels, and then you click create. So now we have our flyer open. We're going to put our background, which is just a solid color. This is the tag of the color. I would add it so that you guys can be able to see it. So we've added that. Then we add a new layer, which is going to be a brush layer. So for this brush layer, we want our color to be on C2D5FF. Yes, so that's the color code. And then we can increase our brush size to 1002. Yes, that's good enough. Then just click once, click twice, and that's perfect for the design. So now that we have our backlight, now we're going to bring in the logo. So this design is not affiliated with Nivea, like I'm just making it for tutorial purposes. So I bring in the Nivea logo and scale it down a bit. So for the purpose of this design, we want the logo to be white for clarity in the background. So we go to the effects, go to color overlay, and then we make it white. And that's that. So from the original design, okay, we just have the logo. We have the logo bent at an angle and repeated. So we're going to work on that right now. So first things first, if you notice, the logo sort of like blends in the background. That is an overlay. So we have to make this a smart object, convert it to a smart object, so that we will be able to make it an overlay just like this. So now we scale it up, and then turn it. So we want it to be very similar to our initial design. I think we need to make it bigger. Yeah. I think this is fine. So then we can make the repeating pattern and make sure that everything is equally spaced. The repeated logos are equally spaced. So we have it repeated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times here in the main design. So we're going to do that also here. So and this is the 5th. So now that we have that done, so we can always come back to adjust in case of anything. But now we have our logo in the background done on those sides. Now we're going to be adding this shape that you can see at the back. So this shape is just like, it involves a lot of effects to give it like a 3D look, as you can see over here. So we just start by using our lasso tool. We just create an irregular shape, just like the one that we have here. So it will go from here. We'll try to make the line parallel to the logo that we already have tilted. So we just make the shape and complete it. Then we can add a fill to the shape to make it that blue that we have there. So we go here and change the color to 051333. Yes. So then we add our fill, and that's it. So Ctrl D to deselect. So now that we have this here, we want to add this light effect that we can see in this design. So we set our color, add a new layer, set our color to 364B7C, and then go to our brush by clicking B on your keyboard, and then increase the size of the brush to about 300. Yes, 300, and then you just brush on the edge. So you brush on the edge until you get that look. So you have to clip this to the shape layer itself. We'll make this blue brighter to make it more obvious. Yes. So we have this. So we go over it again. So we have it just like we have it here in the main design, but here we can see that it's brighter, so we're going to make the blue brighter again and brush over it. Okay, so since we have another shape at the back, we also need to add a dark shade to this. So we add a new layer and clip it to the initial shape. Go to a dark blue, any one of your choice, and go to your brush. Reduce the size of your brush a bit and then brush over the edge again. So this one shouldn't be that big because it's just like the shadow. Now that we have that, we're going to go to our shape layer and duplicate it by clicking Ctrl J on our keyboard, and then the duplicated one you can move it up so you can see it properly, but we'll take it back because it's meant to be at the back. So we scale it up a bit because it's meant to be like a back layer, so we make sure that it is well scaled properly. Yes, we'll scale it up a little bit more. Then we will now go ahead to add our brightness just the way we did in the former one. So add a new layer, go to that color, the bright color, and then brush. So brush, don't forget to clip the mask. So brush, so we brushed over that, and now we can see that we have something very similar to what we have in the main design. So now we can go ahead and bring in our items, our products. So I already have the products here in this folder. I would put them in a link in the description below. So we bring in all our products into Photoshop, scale them down a bit. So now that we have all our products, we're going to arrange them in the order that we have it here in this design. So in this design we have this bottle first, then we have the spray, then we have this, then we have this. Yes, so we arrange them. We have this, we have this spray, we have this, and then we have this. So now we bring them forward, bring the layers forward according to how it's meant to be arranged, and then take this backwards. Then we have this down here with this. So bring this forward. So for this we are going to rotate it a bit, so it can be leaning on the last product we have there. Rotate it a bit, scale it down a bit. Yes, so that's fine. Now we have all of them on the same line. We can choose them to be arranged on the platform that we created. So we can just group them for easy identification, and we'll call it products. Then we can tilt it as a group. So we tilt them until it's parallel to the lining, and then we hit enter. So we want to adjust the position a bit. So they are meant to sit on the front line. Yes, so that's fine. Now we're going to be adding the bottom shadows. So we add a new layer and then bring it below the product layer, and then we go to our brush tool, and then we can make our brushes like an ellipse by adjusting this here, and then tilt it in direction of the platform, and then increase the size of our brush to like 480. Yes, so that will do. And then we set our shadow to black. You can reduce the size of the brush a bit, and then we just go over the bottom of the product. So this is just to give it a general base shadow. So once you've done that and you're satisfied with what you have, we are going to add the inner shadows of the product now. So we just add another layer on top of the product, and then clip it to the group. Go to our brush and set it back to the normal round brush. Reduce the size a bit, and then adjust our color a bit. So then we can shade at the bottom of our products. This is to indicate that they are sitting on the floor, and then there's a little darkness coming from the floor. So now we have that done. We're just going to add the side shadows. So these shadows are like the shadows that the objects cast on the next one. So we click on this first one, add a new layer and take it below it, then go to our brush and then shade behind it. So after shading behind it, we go to our next product, add a new layer and shade behind it. So for this one, you can adjust the color a bit since it's a lighter product. Shade behind it. Until you're satisfied with how it looks, and then go to the next product, add a new layer, take it below, and then we shade behind it. Adjust the color once again, and then we shade behind it. Bring it up. Okay, we're going to have to erase this. And then brush it again. Yes. Then we do the same for this last one. Add a new layer, take it behind, and then brush. So now that we've completed our shadows, we're going to be adding our highlights. So the highlights is basically just adding brightness so that the product can stand out better. So for this layer, I'm going to set it to screen blend mode so that the colors can settle in. So I'll set my color to white, go to my brush, reduce the size of my brush a bit, and then I'll just brush on the bright parts of the product. So if you notice, after doing this, the product is now shining. So you see that the product is now shining, and then we can do this for the other products. Yes, so now you can see that our products are shining brighter than they were before. So if we turn off these layers, you notice that everything will go dull back to the way it was before. But we turn it back on, and then we have our products shining like we want them to shine. So now we're almost done. We just need to add this text at the bottom. So you just click your text tool and type in product and care. Then we have that. We'll scale it down a bit, tilt it to be parallel to the logo, and then position it where we would want it on the design and click enter. So we can adjust the color of this text by going to the properties and then making it a lower version. So now that we basically done with the design, we just reduce the opacity of our text a bit and adjust the angle. Yes. And that's basically all that we have to do to make this design. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like this video, share this video to who needs to watch it, and follow this channel for more tutorials like this. I'll see you guys next time.